What if I told you that for every 1,000 people who click apply online, only one actually gets the job? And with AI now flooding the market, those odds are getting worse every single day. That's why job search in the AI era feels brutal. You send application after application, hear nothing back, and sometimes you end up selling for a job you don't even want. But in this video, I'll give you a reality check with the data, show you why online application almost never work, and reveal the smarter paths that dramatically boost your chances, one that most people completely ignore. If you're new here, hey, I'm Ramin. As a former international grad student, I built my career from scratch in a new country. I know what it feels like to face endless rejection letters and wonder, am I doing something wrong or is the system broken? Now I help underdog graduates and early to mid-career professionals build careers that actually go somewhere. And in this video, I'll walk you through the hidden odds of applying online and the single shift that can flip them in your favor. You have probably heard the advice.
Use an AI tool to match your CV to the job description, upload it, and apply to as many postings you can. It's a volume game.
Sounds logical, right? But here's the catch. That strategy works perfectly for burning out your energy. Online job boards are demoralizing. You hit apply, then wait in silence. It feels like throwing your hopes into a black hole. And yet this is exactly how most people approach job hunting. But let's stop relying on what I think and let's look at the actual numbers. In recruiting, there is a model called the hiring funnel. It's the path every single application travels. Picture it. A job is posted and 1,000 people see it. That's 1,000 set of eyes lighting up. Maybe this is my chance. About 200 actually start the application. They upload their resumes, fill endless forms, click through buggy portals. Only 100 completed. Half the crowd has already fallen away before even hitting submit. Then comes the wall. 75s are instantly screened out, either by an algorithm scanning for keywords, highly unlikely, or often by a recruiter skimming for 6 seconds. 25 resume finally land on hiring manager's desk. Just 5 to 6 people are invited to interview. Only 1 or 3 make it to the final round. And in the end, 1% gets the job. One winner, 999 rejections. That's the real funnel. But here's the question. Where are all those 100 submitted applications coming from in the first place? Because that changes everything. According to fresh data from Ashby between 2021 and 2024, here is the breakdown where applications come. 93.8% of application comes from inbound channels. That's apply online flood. Imagine thousands of resumes pouring into the same inbox. That's why the process feels suffocating, because nearly everyone is piled into this lane. 4.8% are sourced. Recruiters actively reached out. This is essentially recruiters finding you on LinkedIn and saying, would love to talk. Already here, the dynamic is flipped. You're not chasing them, they're chasing you. 1% are referrals. That's the colleague tap on the shoulder. Hey, I know this person, take a look. Tiny in volume, huge in impact. 0.4% from agencies. A headhunter puts your name forward. Small, but with weight, because the company is literally paying for your resume to be seen. 0.05% internal. Almost nobody applies internally, but these are people already in the company. And as you'll see, there is something special with these applicants. But just because inbound dominates the numbers doesn't mean it dominates the outcome. So let's see who actually gets interviews. Let's talk about who actually makes it past the first big wall, the interview stage. Imagine you need a babysitter for the weekend. Would you rather hire a stranger off the internet or stick with a neighbor's kid who has already proven they can handle the job? That's exactly how hiring managers think. They have already seen internal candidates deliver, so they feel safer moving them forward, and the data backs it up. 42% of internal applicants move from application to interview. Now picture getting two resumes. One is from anonymous stack, the other comes from a trusted colleague saying, "I've talked to her earlier and she's smart and driven." Which one do you call? That's why referral matters. They don't flood the system in big numbers, but when they show up, 42% of them get invited to interviews. Then you have got agency candidates, the one companies pay headhunters to bring in. It's like skipping the line with a VIP pass. Companies have already invested money to see them, so they almost always get a look. In fact, 42% of agency candidates land interviews. Finally, the flood. The thousands of resumes all pouring in from job boards and LinkedIn apply button. This is where the trust is lowest and volume is highest, so most never make it through. Compared to insider referrals or agency candidates, inbound applicants have the weakest odds of an interview. So here is the reality. While almost everyone is competing in the inbound flood, the real opportunities are flowing in much smaller streams, the ones built on trust. Talking about trust, if you're ready to go deeper on this, I've got something coming for you. I'm planning to launch a free masterclass in the coming weeks where I walk you through the full outreach system to land you referral step by step. Just comment masterclass below and I'll send you the sign up link once it's live. And when we look at who actually gets offered the final stage, this contrast gets even sharper. Now let's move to the final stage of the funnel, the offer. It's like the finish line of a marathon. Many start, only a handful make it through the interviews, and just one crosses that line. But here's the catch. Not all runners had the same head start. Take the candidates who are already inside the company. They don't need proof, culture fit, or reliability. Their track record is right there in front of the hiring manager. No surprise then, they end up with the highest offer rates out of everyone. Then there are the ones who came through referrals. Imagine a trusted employee leaning over and saying, "I know this person, you should meet them." That trust carries weight from the very first conversation all the way to the offer stage. In fact, referrals consistently convert into offers more often than most other sources. Agencies come next. They are not common, but when a company is paying recruiters to put your name forward, it signals investment. Those candidates don't always win, but compared to the flood of inbound resumes, they're far more likely to end up with an offer. And then, the inbound applicants, the thousands of resumes dropped into job portals. They battle through every filter, but by the time they reach the offer stage, the odds collapse. Just a few years ago, about 7 out of 1,000 inbound applicants could expect an offer. Now, it's only around 2 in 1,000, a 70% drop. So when you hear silence after months of applying online, this is the reason. The system isn't built to favor inbound. It's built to filter them out. So let's be brutally honest. If you're applying blind online, your odds are vanishingly small, which leaves you with a choice. Keep playing the inbound lottery or step into the smaller streams where the real opportunities are flowing. So here is your crossroad. Option 1, keep applying blind, sending resume into black holes and hoping to beat odds of 2 in 1,000. Option 2, start building referrals. Even if networking scares you, even if you feel like you don't know anyone. I get it. Maybe you're shy, maybe networking feels fake, but here's the reality. The jobs that don't require human-to-human connection, Those are exactly the jobs AI will replace first in the coming decade. Learning how to build human connection isn't optional anymore. It's survival. So the real question is, how do you build referrals in a way that feels authentic and repeatable? That's what I show you next. If you want to learn how to use a repeatable system to get referrals so you can stop gambling on job boards and actually control your job search and career, click here to watch my next video where I break down my system step by step.